right here on ESPN2.
The College Football Live Summer Bus Tour has made its way to Louisville, Papa John's Cardinals Stadium, just 2.5 weeks away from what's the most anticipated season here in a long time. Sugar Bowl champion Cardinals primed with a deep and dangerous offense. It's a school which produced one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. The statue of Johnny Unitas always stands proud as the new star attraction, Teddy Bridgewater, is hoping to stand on top of the college football world.
Teddy Bridgewater appears to be developing into one of the marquee quarterbacks in the nation.
He's things that make you win. That's what he does.
Bridgewater throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Parker.
Bridgewater wants to make the pay, and he does.
Bridgewater to the end zone. Touchdown.
I wouldn't be in this situation right now without my teammates. The Heisman campaign may start, but right now I'm just enjoying this moment.
Glad you're with us here for College Football Live alongside Brian Griese and Joey Galloway. I'm Joe Tessitore. As the Sugar Bowl champs are holding practice just beyond our set here at College Football Live in the Traeger Indoor Facility. Been an outstanding day visiting with Coach Charlie Strong and Teddy Bridgewater. I talked to both of you guys earlier about this, but sometimes you can just feel it. You can feel a program's momentum, Brian.
Absolutely, and I think when that Florida game is over and they've been successful, and Teddy Bridgewater has the kind of game that he has, that does nothing but give you confidence for the upcoming season. You can't fake that.
Bridgewater's he's a breath of fresh air for me. You always hear negative things, especially about these stars. It feels like in the off season, all we hear is stories of people getting in trouble, people getting arrested, people accepting money. And we come to one of the biggest stars in college football today, and what a gentleman, what a guy, what a confident guy, comes in as humble as anyone I've been around. I love sitting down with Teddy Bridgewater.
And yet we're going to take a hard left turn with plenty to talk about Louisville. We're going to check in on practice, live coverage of practice coming up a little later. Bridgewater will be in the film room with Brian. But first, Florida State's young quarterback Jameis Winston is getting a lot of attention, this time not for his on-the-field action, but comments about Johnny Manziel and the thought of Winston gaining that kind of instant fame, or as he says, Manziel disease, with how he could then act.
If I get Manziel disease, I want every one of y'all to get your mics and just start on the head just like that. That's what I should learn, I guess. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's good to see things like that, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a great guy. He's like me. He's fun, he's outgoing. But sometimes when the all eyes on you, you can't do certain things. And he's a great person. Have you talked to him? I haven't, but the people that have talked to him, they say he's great. I mean, he's a great person. He's just any regular guy. But, I mean, when all eyes on you, it's just, like I said, it's having that quarterback. Being a quarterback, you can't do some things that everyone else does.
Speaking of Johnny Manziel, former NCAA enforcement director Mark Jones said that it would be to not play Johnny Manziel at the start of the season if the investigation by the NCAA with the autograph signing scandal you've been hearing about is unresolved. Says no one wants to play an athlete who's later determined to be ineligible, especially such a high-profile player. Brian, if you're Kevin Sumlin, how do you go about this?
Yeah, I think it's very easy. If I'm Coach Sumlin, I call Johnny Manziel into my office and I ask him for a truthful answer. Did you accept money or did you not accept money? If you took the money, I'm going to have a preemptive suspension for you because I can't risk all the other players on this team by playing you as a suspended player. Now, if you didn't take the money, then you will play to start the season. But if I find out, if the NCAA comes back and says that you have taken this money, now we're done. There is no more Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M. At least you take back control for Kevin Sumlin in making that decision.
They open with Rice and Sam Houston State. Those are two games that you can sit him out. It makes you look good. We're disciplinating this kid. And then you got Alabama September 14th. That's when you got a decision to make, because now here comes a team that can beat you without Johnny Manziel. But I don't know that Johnny Manziel cares enough about this program or enough about this coach to say, I'm going to be honest and do what's best for this program. He has proven all offseason long that he cares about what's best for him.
I think Kevin Sumlin just needs to get out front of this, right? And I don't know that they can beat Alabama with Johnny Manziel. So I just think Kevin Sumlin wants this off of his plate.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people seeing how this shakes out in the course of the next 2.5 weeks prior to that game against Rice. That'll be coming up. Johnny Manziel, well, who would they turn to? Jokel's little brother is the guy who's there right now as the backup, obviously, with Davis, among others. They have some prospects that they feel good about. Actually, one of the better passing prospects in the country will be coming in a year from now. So much going on in camps throughout the country. And for the latest, we bring in our insider, Joe Shad. We're going to start with an update out of LA, Joe.
USC wide receiver Marquise Lee, so much fear on Friday, Joe, when he went down with an apparent right shoulder injury. But Lane Kiffin says this is not a serious injury, just a bone bruise for Marquise Lee. He is day-to-day. Now, he was not participating in drills this morning. He did catch a few casual passes. Also out in L.A., Lane Kiffin has narrowed the quarterback competition to big arm Max Whittick and mobile Cody Kessler. Freshman Max Brown may redshirt. South Carolina defensive end Jadeveon Clowney sat out Saturday scrimmage with a bruised, sore shoulder. This is not cause for concern. Clowney sat out practices down the stretch of the spring, including the spring game, with neck and back soreness. We're just going to be cautious out there in Columbia, South Carolina. Alabama sophomore wide receiver Amari Cooper might be as dangerous as Marquise Lee this year. How about these scrimmage numbers from this weekend? 182 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. Cooper's added 8 pounds of muscle, but coaches are saying he's faster. Today, the Bama players couldn't stop talking about Amari Cooper's maturity. A.J. McCarron, by the way, he's fine with a sore foot. And Virginia, they named a starting quarterback as David Watford, the mobile sophomore. Remember, Philip Sims, a former Alabama quarterback, had to leave due to academics. His reward for winning the job, games against BYU and Oregon. Head coach Mike Glennon wants to avoid rotating quarterbacks this year, wants to go with and stay with Watford. And finally, coaches all around the country trying to decide what to do with these fan days with all the autograph discussions. Out there in Louisville, guys, I understand that head coach Charlie Strong is not going to allow any autographs at the upcoming Louisville Fan Day.
Yeah, see, everything relates, Joe, to Johnny Manziel in the end. It all comes back. 6 degrees of Manziel there. We spent time with Charlie Strong earlier today, discussed with him the decision to not allow players to sign autographs for Fan Day coming up. Here's what he told us. You made the announcement that in light of some recent actions, namely among other quarterbacks in the news from a state down south, that come your Fan Day coming up here at Louisville, that you're not going to allow for your players to sign autographs. How did you come to that decision?
Well, just recently what has happened in college football, and then I don't want to put up players in jeopardy. And so what we're going to do, instead of having a Fan Day, we're just going to have a scrimmage, and I'm going to open up for the public, let them come in and watch our team scrimmage.
30 for you.
So it has come to this, gentlemen. No autographs at Louisville Fan Day.
When my 7-year-old goes to Fan Day, she better get an autograph. That's all I can say. I think this is an overreaction, and hopefully, coaches start to come around. Give the kids a chance to get an autograph, and give the players, quite honestly, a chance to give that autograph to a kid. Learn that means something.
And I think that's the most unfortunate part about this. There's some little kid out there that's sitting at home wanting to come to practice for one reason and one reason only, and that's to get maybe a Teddy Bridgewater's autograph. And now that's cut off for a situation that not only do they not understand it, they probably don't even know what caused it. All they know is they're going home with no autograph.
We're going to have much more on Teddy Bridgewater set to come your way. Got to know him really well today, including that football IQ of his. Brian Dixon took him into the film room, watched a little tape with the man himself, the Heisman hopeful. Quarterbacks in the film room coming up. Plus, Charlie Strong out there at practice right behind us. A live check-in as the coach is wired up right here on College Football Live. Stay with us.
Bridgewater goes for the home run. Touchdown. Then I know what to do. Listen, get your hands up. If you're part of the movement and go up to the baseline. Bridgewater over to the right side, wide open. Touchdown, Louisville. Bridgewater to the end zone. Touchdown.
Gutsy throw.
from Teddy Ballmer.
27 touchdown passes as a sophomore quarterback a year ago, and we found out just how tough and gritty he was on the field. Today we found out just how smart he is in the film room as Teddy Bridgewater was with our Brian Griese.
Teddy, last year, a great end of the season, beating Florida in the Sugar Bowl. As I went back and I watched some tape, one of the things that jumped out at me was your toughness. Everybody's talking about how tough you are. Man, you are tough as nails. What I wanted to look at a little bit today and talk with you about is some situations during games. What's the difference between being tough and making a play and being smart and protecting myself? And I know you've seen this play a number of times against Florida where you're rolling out, you're trying to make a play, get the ball downfield. You want to hit that smash route at the top. When you get in this position, what are you thinking right here?
Right here, I'm just thinking, okay, the corner is the read on the smash concept. So the corner stay low. So I'm thinking I have a shot at throwing the corner out over the nickel Sam's head. But while I'm rolling out, I know that clock is ticking and I'm running out of time. I know that our back is responsible for first level contain, and I have second level contain, secondary contain. So basically, I felt that I would be able to make that throw, but I know at the same time I would have to take a hit.
My goodness. Take a hit is an understatement, man. Thank God Clowney's hit came out. Otherwise, you would have been on reels for everybody through the offseason. What are you thinking about right here? Are you checking to see if are all my teeth still in my head? Or what are you thinking right here?
But immediately, I looked downfield to see if the wide receiver made the catch because I wasn't worried about the hit at all. I knew that playing this position, you have to be able to just bounce right back up because it plays a psychological role on the opposing team. So I felt that if I could just bounce right back up, I would be fine.
Man, that was a heck of a throw. Look where that ball ended up, man. That was an unbelievable throw. Did you need to take that hit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I probably could have got the ball out faster, or I probably could have just threw it out of bounds.
Well, you talked about coming back and it being a psychological edge. This is a couple plays later on 3rd and 14. These guys are pinning their ears back, coming after you. You stand in the pocket here, and this is a big-time throw, man. This is a route that you like to run, right? The little race route, a little hook underneath. If they bite, you're going to come right behind it.
Yep.
Talk to me what you saw here.
We just read the nickel Sam on this play. He stayed low with the pivot route, and I was able to just squeeze the ball in the window. And in practice, we work, throwing window drills and things like that. So I just applied what we do in practice into a game-like situation.
The thing I liked right here easily is coming free on you in the pocket, and you didn't flinch 1 inch. Throw that ball in between that window. That's a heck of a football. That's a big-time throw right there, man. That's a smart decision, right? Take a shot if I can make a play. Talk to me about this right here. This is Hank. This is the pivotal play in the West Coast offense, right? You got 5 guys. Hank, 5 on a dive, right?
Yep.
And your first read is where?
The spot route.
But the most important thing for you in protecting yourself sometimes is knowing how you're protected. You get a blitz, right?
Yep.
You got 2 guys free. Where's your hot route on Hank?
My hot route is the tailback on the bang route to the flat.
Right?
And we have a side adjust right here by the Y, which got brought up by coverage, so I should have banged it.
So ball should go outside, right? But what happens instead? Instead, you're taking hits in the backfield, right? My question to you, you are so physically tough, man. Can you take it to the next level and be mentally tough enough to protect yourself in these situations so you don't have to get hit like this, man? Because I'll tell you what, we all want to see you play 12 games, man, and stay healthy. And if you can, you guys got a chance to win every single game. Appreciate you spending the time with us, man. Good luck to you, bro.
Thank you.
Last year, we found out how talented and how tough he is. Remember that game against Rutgers when he had the broken left wrist? He had to go to the shotgun, have the sprained ankle. Won that game to get to that Sugar Bowl. And you see the numbers on Bridgewater. 2nd in the country in 3rd down conversions. All the superlatives you could throw out now heading into his junior season. And when we come back after a short break, we will see Teddy Bridgewater out on the practice field as Coach Charlie Strong is wired up. A live look in at practice, just about 10 feet behind Joey Galloway. The linemen are crashing into each other. Much more when we come back.
photographers. The first smartphone to put the camera first. Meet the Windows Phone Nokia Lumia 10.
College Football Live offering up the Nokia image of the day, and that is running back Michael Dyer, the former BCS championship game MVP when he was a star with Auburn. Had some off-the-field issues and getting a second chance in his football career here with head coach Charlie Strong and the Louisville Cardinals as the College Football Live Summer Bus Tour. As the Cardinal Express not far away, great tailgating here in Louisville, and they'll be doing plenty of that come September 1st when the Cards take on Ohio. A Sunday game, no NFL that opening weekend, so Teddy Bridgewater, Charlie Strong, and the top 10 Louisville Cardinals will get the spotlight all to themselves, as right now we get to check in on practice going on here in the Traeger indoor facility right behind us.
Go down and get it. Bend. Bend. No, in one hand. Get your butt, slide your body. Slide your body, George. Let's go. Slide your body. Let's go. Come on, down and let's go. We're good? Okay. Why? Go. No, wait on it. Go. No.
Charlie Strong,
Stay square. Hurry
fashion,
up.
working
Don't
on
turn
ball
your back to the
security.
ball.
Head
Let's
coaches
go.
are always interested in ball security.
Go. Hurry up.
Charlie Strong in his fourth year with Louisville, a two-time conference coach of the year. Of course, all the success he had as a coordinator under Urban Meyer, foundation of his career built on Lou Holtz's staff.
It's not raining. Let's go. Hurry up.
Defensive coaches, as Charlie Strong is by nature, love to score on defense. And so what he's teaching these guys right here is how to scoop the ball and score with it. Not just fall down on the ball, but scoop it when it's on the ground and actually score points.
All we've talked to Teddy Bridgewater, Coach Strong has to be excited. Returns 10 out of 11 starters on the defensive side of the football.